Okay then, so my name is Jasoni and this is my review video of Xiaomi Mi 3 or Mi 3, whatever you prefer. And first of all, like always, I'm going to talk about the hardware of this phone. The build quality is pretty nice, especially the inner shell. If you hit it with your finger like this, you can feel the inner metal, but this outer plastic shell of this phone is very delicate. Like when I unboxed this phone, I was trying to get the SIM tray out with the help of the SIM ejector tool, and this requires a little bit of pressure, and my finger slipped a little, so the that pin bends this way, and look what happened. Just a little bit of pressure did this to this plastic. So the plastic of this phone is pretty, so that's something I noticed. On the top it also has your 3.5mm headphone jack, and these are your dual noise suppression mic or noise cancellation mic. This is your single noise cancellation mic, and this is your 13 megapixel camera. This is the my branding, and at the bottom it has your speaker grill and the micro USB port. On the right it has your volume rocker button and the power key, and on the left it has nothing. Clean slate here. In the front, this uh, at first Xiaomi said that the Mi 3 doesn't come with Gorilla Glass 3, but recently they have announced on their Facebook page that Xiaomi Mi 3, all the Xiaomi Mi 3s that are sold in India comes with Corning Gorilla Glass 3, so that's something good. This is your 5 inches IPS LCD display of full HD resolution, pretty good in quality. Your earpiece, and I will show you how loud this earpiece can get in a moment. And this is a 2 megapixel camera, and it also has a notification light. I don't know if you can see or not. Right here, this glows green in color. You can change the color. These are your 3 touch capacitive button, menu button, home button and back button. These are also customizable. This is the speciality of MyUI. You can customize almost everything in this phone, every button to you can assign a button to do a special task or anything you would like. This is the lock screen of MyUI. You can make a call from here, go to camera from here, go to messenger from here, or unlock the phone. Or if you double click here, it will take you to the music player. You can also unlock the phone from here. This is the home screen. You can customize it. You can put widgets in here. My UI doesn't have that many widgets. It has proprietary widgets. It doesn't have that many third-party widgets. But anyway, these are your default wallpapers. This one is not a default wallpaper. These are the effects you can do. Like currently, I have the cube effect. You can select, let's say, rotate. See, now it's rotating, and my cactus is looking right. It's running back and forth. Well, this is your notification area. These are your notifications. It has different sections for notification and toggles. You can also put more toggles here. This is the list from which you can select more toggles. You can also select the notification and page style. Like right now it is of page style. You can select the bar style, which will make like this. My UI is very customizable. You can It also comes with this themes app, from which you can download themes specifically made for my UI. This is your multitasking view. You can go to either of the apps from here, or you can select to end the process and the task. Let's check the settings now. These are the full settings. You also have quick settings. These are all your volumes, ringtone, alarms, voice, and this voice is the volume of this earpiece. And let me show you. say this is how loud it can get, and this is pretty loud if you ask me for a earpiece. Unfortunately, its main speaker, this it's not that loud. These are your power settings. You can select high performance, balance and battery saving. It has got NFC, as you can see. I don't have any NFC device to show you right now, but it does have NFC and also have Android Beam. This is your mobile network setting. You can select 3G or 2G or 3G only. This is similar to 3G and 2G both, and this is 2G only, which saves battery, and this is 3G networks only. In the display settings, you can control how the screen's color temperature. Like right now it's at standard, you can select it to warm, it will make the screen a little yellowish, or cool, it will make the screen a little more whitish. And color saturation, you can select either standard or brilliant. I don't see that much difference in both, but that's something personal preference. It also comes with glove mode, prevent pocket dials. If you don't want to make accidental calls while you are putting the phone in your pocket, enable this. You can select default launcher from here, system launcher, or if you can download more from the app store and select default launcher from here. Select font size from here, and this is your pulse notification light. These are your notification setting. It comes with a lot of security settings which I don't use because the best way to secure your device is to know what you are installing and what could be harmful for your device. No antivirus can protect you from stupidity, if you ask me. This is the storage. It comes with 16 GB memory, out of which you are getting 13.39, and right now 2.74 GB is available. And it's taking a lot of time to read memory for some reason. You can also use an USB OTG to increase the memory of this phone, but it is not a practical solution. This is the notification light. You can change its color from here. See, right now it glows blue. Let me change it to violet. See, it glows violet now. And you can select different colors for different things. These are the headphone settings. If your headphones have hardware button, you can select whether to control music playback or to whether control volume from them. These are your buttons. Like right now I have my home button set as recent apps or multitasking tray. By standard it comes as launch Google Now, but I don't use Google Now, so I change it. So you can also configure all your buttons according to your likings. And that's it for the settings. Finally, this is the gallery. If you take photos, it will pop up here. This is your local images that are saved on the memory. It is pretty smooth and all. And these are the videos. Let me show you how videos perform on this phone. Before I play any of this, let me tell you that this is the only phone below 20,000 rupees that I have used that can play a 4K and 2K video in its default player without any problems and very smooth. For example, this is a 4K trailer of Elysium. I must tell you that 4K content in its full glory looks pretty awesome, if you ask me. Seriously, on all the octa-core phones that I've tried this trailer, it was so choppy that it was almost unwatchable. If it can play a 4K video, then obviously it can also play a 2K video. This is the music player of the Xiaomi Mi 3, or the default music player of MIUI. Let me show you the music quality and the speaker quality. The music in the headphones is very good of this phone. It comes with the di-arc audio enhancement, and which will only work if you enable this My Sound enhancer. You can only enable it after connecting a headphone. And what I'm telling you, first thing you should do after buying this phone, and if you are going to listen music on it, connect an headphone, enable this and select this general earbuds. Seriously, it's night and day difference. With this on and with this off, you should enable this immediately. It's also got equalizer, which only works with headphones. Let's check the USB OTG functionality now. This phone does support USB OTG. See, the light came up already. To see the content on the pen drive, just click here and go to USB storage. It will show you what is on the pen drive. Like right now on my pen drive there is nothing but this Michael Jackson video here. Let's go to the camera now. This is the camera of this phone. Our friend Pirate Panda is going to help us in this. Since I don't have the My Bunny, I am going to use this. You can zoom up to 6x in this phone. Most of the phones only support digital zooms up to 4x. These are all your quick toggles, and these are your still image settings. Panorama, this is audio capture and captured. 3 2 1 done. These are your filters. Japanese filter, skin tones, HDR, and also these are your full settings. Camera frame, picture quality. You can take photos from the volume button. The volume up button will act as a shutter button for the camera. Since phones don't come with a dedicated camera button nowadays, it's a pretty useful feature. Camera sounds, and long pressing the shutter button, I will show you what it does. These are your advanced settings. Simple mode, all your saturation, contrast, you get the idea. Long pressing the shutter button or the volume up button does this. This is the burst mode. Poor pirate. Anyway, let's check the video now. This is the video quality. It shoots full HD 1080p videos in MP4 format, not what do you call it, not 3GP format. It has also got filters which you can use, and fast motion like this. Like rotate it in very slow motion, and it will make it very fast. Everybody was going slow motion first, like Apple and Samsung with their phones, and Xiaomi is going the other way. It is going the fast forward way. And these are your video settings. You can take photos and videos together. you have to enable this feature, capture during video on. For that, it doesn't come on by default, you have to turn it on. You can also shoot videos like the still images with the volume button, camera sounds, focus mode, tap. It also have the option of autofocus, image stabilizer, that's obviously electronic image stabilization. Well, I will upload the samples with this video and also on my website, so check out that on itomatic.com. That's it for the camera. Let's check the browser now. This is the default MyUI browser and it's pretty good. You don't have to use the Chrome. It also comes with Chrome. And by the way, it comes with all the Google apps, Google Chrome, Gmail, Play Music and everything. You can use them. Let's go to our site itomatic.com. You can change between tabs like this. Pinch to zoom working pretty well on Xiaomi Mi 3. The main problem that I noticed on this phone is its RAM gets filled pretty quickly for some reason. It has a lot of RAM, around 2 GB, but it gets filled pretty quickly and that causes lag sometimes in the browser. Anyway, that's it for the browser. And that's about it for my review video too. So for around 14,000 rupees, this is the most powerful phone you can get right now in India or in the world if you ask me. 14,000 rupees is somewhat around $230 and this phone totally worth that price. Everything is good in this phone and except for two things. It is not a dual SIM device and it doesn't support micro SD card slot. So if you are going to need more than 16 GB memory, then this phone is not for you. Performance wise, no phone around this price comes even closer to this phone. That's why I'm going to recommend this phone to everyone who is looking for a great gaming phone or a powerful device under 15,000 rupees. I hope this review video helped you. If it did, please like the video and subscribe to my channel Itomatic. Thanks for watching.